Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. He who learns but does not think is lost. He who thinks but does not learn is in great danger. The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. To see what is right and not do it is the want of courage. When we see men of a worthy character, we should think of equaling them. When we see men of a contrary character, we should turn inwards and examine ourselves. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Knowing others is wisdom. Knowing yourself is enlightenment. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. The wise man does not lay up his own treasures. The more he gives to others, the more he has for his own. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. The more man meditates upon good thoughts, the better will be his world and the world at large. In all things, success depends on previous preparation, and without such previous preparation, there is sure to be failure. Our greatest fear should not be of failure, but of succeeding at things in life that don't really matter. The superior man is distressed by the limitations of his ability. He is not distressed by the fact that men do not recognize the ability that he has. He who does not trust enough will not be trusted. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. When we have learned how to listen to trees, then the brevity and the quickness and the childlike hastiness of our thoughts achieve an incomparable joy. These quotes reflect the deep wisdom and philosophy of ancient Chinese thinkers like Confucius and Lao Tzu, and they continue to inspire people around the world today. A wise man learns more from his enemies than a fool from his friends. When we see men of a contrary character, we should turn inwards and examine ourselves. The superior man is modest in his speech but exceeds in his actions. The harder you work for something, the greater you'll feel when you achieve it. Like please. All warfare is based on deception. In war, the way is to avoid what is strong and to strike at what is weak. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Opportunities multiply as they are seized. The greatest victory is that which requires no battle. There is no instance of a nation benefiting from prolonged warfare. All men can see these tactics whereby I conquer, but what none can see is the strategy out of which victory is evolved. To win 100 victories in 100 battles is not the acme of skill. To subdue the enemy without fighting is the acme of skill. In war, the way is to avoid what is strong and to strike at what is weak. He who knows when he can fight and when he cannot will be victorious. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. In the end, it's not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years. The only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. Don't watch the clock. Do what it does. Keep going. The best way to predict your future is to create it. The only thing that stands between you and your dream is the will to try and the belief that it is actually possible. If you want to lift yourself up, lift up someone else. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Your time is limited. Don't waste it living someone else's life. The harder the conflict, the more glorious the triumph.